Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 weekly reset video. My name is Story, and today is August 11th, which means one thing. You are quite correct. We're running up until August 18th, because that's how things go around here. It is the Solstice of Heroes. It is upon us. Look at all of this fantabulous stuff. Look at it. Just look at it. Anyway, we're not going to delve too much into those kind of things because there will be a separate video coming to the channel introducing one to all that kind of stuff. We're just going to deal with a weekly reset here, so let's get on with it without any further ado. If you're new to the game, welcome. Come on in, pull up a pew and pour yourself a piping hot brew. This is the tower map, and on the tower map, it's filled with all these lovely little icons that represent vendors. Vendors will distribute weekly challenges, quests, bounties, and all kinds of lovely stuff that will reward you with loot. That sweet, precious purple loot. For example, let's have a look at our gunsmith here. 8 of his bounties completed is the weekly, and you will get some powerful gear at tier 1. Gear comes in a variety of different tiers, tier 1, 2, 3, and pinnacle. Pinnacle is the juiciest of the juiciest stuff that you can get. If we have a look at Shaxx at the Crucible here, same thing, 8 bounties off, powerful gear, tier 1. Same with the Zavala at the Vanguard. And then there is the Shady Schemes, the Drifter over there. And if you're a member of the clan, you can earn yourself powerful gear at tier 2 by grabbing up 5,000 XP for your characters there. And don't forget, the Means to an End questline will also award some pinnacle loot. And so will the Prophecy Dungeon, which you can start from the tower map. Anyway, let's have a look at the destinations. This is all the planets and places you can go. And you don't have to worry about quarantine or lockdown or any viruses. This is all virus-free. Anyway, having a look at the Vanguard playlist, there are four things to choose from, if I can English. The daily heroic story missions are merely a chance to replay some of your favorite missions from the campaign. Anyway, Vanguard Strikes, we've got weekly here. Complete strike using the same subclass element as the currently active elemental burn. 3 of the strikes completed with those attributes will get you some pinnacle loot, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the Solar Singe is the active elemental burn. There it is, Solar Singe. Today's modifiers are Grounded and Brawler. Nice. Then we've got the Big Bad Daddy-O, the Nightfall Ordeal, which happens to be this week Strange Terrain. So if you complete this Nightfall a bunch of times, you'll get some powerful gear at tier 1. But if you complete it with a team score above 100,000 points, you'll get yourself some pinnacle loot. So have fun with that, ladies and gentlemen. Now we've got the Nightfall playlists here. 3 to choose from. The Garden World, Tree of Probabilities, and the Corrupted. Now this playlist of stuff will get you some specific loot. For example, the Garden World has the Universal Wave Function exotic ship. If you grind this strike over and over, the more you do it, the more your chances increase at getting said specific loot. Then we've got the Tree Probabilities, we've got the DFA, that's the Dedicated Farming Award, and then there's the Horror's Lease Pulse Rifle from the Corrupted. There you go. That is your Vanguard playlist this week. What have we got in Gambit? As always, we've got the Reckoning. There it is, with its many flavors. There it is. All enjoy it. The weekly burn is Void Singe for that. Then there's Gambit and Gambit Prime. 3 of these completed either or will get you some pinnacle loot. How's about that then? And if you're feeling really spicy, you can drag members of your family into a private match and see who can defeat the primeval first. How about Crucible? What's in it? Well, we've got 2 types of playlists. Rotator playlist and the core playlist. So Rotator consists of momentum, control, and countdown this week. 4 games completed in this Rotator business will get you some powerful gear at tier 1. Then we've got core playlist, which consists of rumble, control, elimination, survival, and survival freelance and classic 6 stack. 4 games completed in the core playlist will get you some pinnacle loot. How's about that then? Isn't it very exciting? Of course, there are other activities to do. The weekly flashpoint this week happens to be on Mercury. It's probably not the favourite of places because there's only one public event. But anyway, that's what the flashpoint is. Get stuck into public events. Do the lost sectors over and over again if you like as well. You get 5% for killing the boss and 5% for looting the chest. And you can check your percentage right there, ladies and gentlemen. There it is for powerful gear at tier 1. Okay, What about other activities? Well, over on the Dreaming City, it is Dreaming City Curse Week 2, and the Ascended Challenge happens to be in the Chamber of Starlight. There it is. So if you're into that kind of thing, you're going to have some fun, because I said so. Then there's the Moon, which has got plenty of activities. Look at all these activities. It's too big to fit on the screen. We've got Nightmare Hunts. The weekly is complete any Nightmare Hunt activity. All difficulty tiers grant progress. So run it through a few times for powerful gear at tier 1. Then the weekly complete a Nightmare Hunt on master difficulty. Then you can get some pinnacle loot for that. Speaking of pinnacle loot, you've got Pit of Heresy Dungeon, also awarding the pinnacle gear, and the Garden of Salivation raid. Isn't that amazing? There's also over on Sorrow's Harbour, Altars of Sorrow, a horde mode style activity, which is pretty damn decent to get stuck into. You can get yourself a kinetic shotgun, a sniper rifle, or a rocket launcher, depending on the boss at the very end of all of the altars there. Also, there's some vendors. Check this business. We've just talked about the Altars of Sorrow here. Here is Nightmare Slayer. Defeat 30 of the nightmares in that harbour, and you will get some powerful gear at tier 1. There's also Erisborn with her memory. She's forgotten it. Powerful gear at tier 1 anyway for her, and she loves you. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. What else is there to peruse at your leisure? Well, there is a brief explanation each week of the bounty system in the game for those newcomers, and we're going to do that again now. Look at the Banshee, the gunsmith. We've got 2 weekly bounties here, and then there's some daily bounties and additional bounties. Now, the weekly bounties will award XP Glimmer, upgrade modules, and some planetary resources. Very handy stuff, especially the upgrade modules, because you'll need those to upgrade your gear. Then there is the daily bounties, which will award a mod component and enhancement core. Again, very healthy business, because you'll need those to upgrade your gear. There's also some material exchange with a weapon mod and an armor mod each week backwards. And these rotate on the daily reset. So if you're not interested in these, or if you've got them, just wait 24 hours. And then there's some material exchanges for more stuff. We're going to run on over to Shax and explain his bounty systems, because like the Vanguard and the Drifter, by the way, there's double XP infamy in Gambit this week, if you're interested. With Shax's weekly bounties, it'll award some stuff and Bright Dust, as well as the additional bounties will award Bright Dust. This is the same for the Vanguard and the Drifter, and the reason why we're interested in Bright Dust, because here's my fabulous segue. We're going to go over to the store where you can spend Bright Dust and real money, but you can avoid spending real money by farming your Bright Dust. Anyway, this is the featured section this week. We've got Catching Rays, an emote which involves those shades. And we're sunbathing as well. We're getting that red neck beard. And having a milkshake. That's going to interrupt the UV. But anyway, there you go. We've got Iron Severance, a finisher with a big axe. Then there is the backspin shell. Very nice indeed. And that's got Guiding Light and Public Defender on it. Then there is On Gilt Wings, a new Sparrow. Look at that. That's very nice indeed. Then there is Sweltering Heat emote with a bit of a fan. I could do with one of those right now, actually, but then it would blow in the mic, and then many of you would be annoyed. Stylish Sit. I have to be careful how I pronounce that. But there you go. It's there. And then there's a featured section for Bright Dust. We've got the Micro Minis back. If you didn't get that last time, you can have it now. There's the Boy Shell. There's a Beach Ball Projection and Vintage Timber. Another new shader from the season of the Ding Dongs. And there it is. It looks nothing like that at all. Anyway, what else is there? Well, we've got event business. You can buy stuff for your things. That's what you can do. There's lots of this. I'm not going to spoil it for you. You go through your leisure and have a look at all of that stuff. But that is specific to Solstice of Heroes. Then we've got the seasonal stuff. This is all of the ornaments and the finishers, everything cosmetic that relates to Season of Arrivals. But be warned, items may become unavailable for purchase after the season ends. If they are available, then they will come here in the archive where you can spend more money. And then there's the Bright Dust section. This is my favorite. And this week we have the Legacy Exotic Sparrow, the paperwork emote. We have s'mores emote. We have a hip bump emote. And then we've got the Tangled Paladin. Very nice ornament for your 3p King extraordinaires in Trials right there. And then there's the Warbeast skin for Legend of Acreus and the Triumphant Projection, as well as some shaders, some transmat effects. Shocking entrance. I don't believe I've got that. I'm going to have that myself. And then there are some consumables there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the end of this fabulous video. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic time grinding in the Solstice of Heroes. The armor looks tremendously spicy this time around. So have a lot of fun getting that. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and remember, smoke me a kipper. We'll be back for breakfast.